We're talking about the sizzling streets of South Austin, where the weather isn't the only thing that's hot. I'm gonna give you the good and the bad, the pros and the cons. Is it hot or not? So stick around so you can decide if these highs and lows are what you wanna call home in South Austin. We're gonna get started on this adventure right now. Hi, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Austin, Texas, then subscribe now and tap the bell so you get notified of any new information coming through. Hi, my name is Nicole Cooper, and my team and I get calls from people just like you needing help moving in and around Austin, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We absolutely love helping people make a smooth transition to the next home that fits their lifestyle. Now let's get started on South Austin. South Austin is full of unique character. It's got a laid-back vibe, an artsy scene, music, outdoors. We're gonna get through all of that. I'm gonna show you the pros and cons, the good and the bad about living in South Austin. But before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of the lay of the land. Where is it, what we consider South Austin, and some price points just before we get started. So let's dive into the computer so I can show you. Okay, to get our bearings here, right here, this is the Lady Bird Lake, Town Lake, Colorado River. You know, the same lake that we have 3 or 4 different names for, but that's kind of our north and south boundary in between. Right over here on the right side, we have Interstate I-35 that goes basically from Mexico to Canada. And then on the left side over here, we have MOPAC, or Loop 1. So between the river and Highway 71 down here on the south, and between I-35 and MOPAC, that is the absolute traditional South Austin, old school South Austin. And I've got 5 neighborhoods named here for you that kind of summarizes the majority of South Austin. Now granted, there are many more little pocket neighborhoods in there, but these are the main areas just to help you understand what's what and what's where. So we'll start over here on the left side. This is kind of the southwest portion of the South Austin, and we have the green belt going all alongside, running all the way up to Zilker Park. Now, the closer your home is to that green belt, and if you're on that green belt, it's going to bring a premium. But at the moment, Barton Hills, that southwest corner, its average close price is $1,400,000. That puts it about $620 a square foot. Homes are about 2,800 square feet on average, and they're on about a 1/4 of an acre lot. If we move up here to Zilker, things get a little bit more pricey because we're closer to downtown and we're closer to the parks. In Zilker, our average close price is $1,800,000, putting it at $755 a square foot. That's 2,400 square feet houses on average, so you'll notice the houses get a little bit smaller as we go north, and the acreage gets a little bit smaller at 2/10 of an acre. If we move over to Bolden Creek, very sought after neighborhood, Bolden Creek on average close price is $1,600,000. That puts it at $715 a square foot. Houses on average are about 2,200 square feet, and it's on 0.18 acres on average. Moving further east over to Travis Heights, the price goes down just a little bit because we're getting closer to that I-35 zone over here. It just gets a little bit louder, but still one of the most coveted neighborhoods in all of Austin, much less South Austin. So Travis Heights, the average close price is $1,500,000, puts it at $700 a square foot. On average, the homes are about 2,300 square feet and also at 0.18 acres. So Bolden Creek and Travis Heights are very similar. Then if we come further south to Galindo, you get a little bit more home for your money down here. Galindo's average close price is $1,100,000, putting it at $563 per square foot. Homes actually are a little smaller down here on average as well, at 1,800 square feet on average, and then acres at 0.19 acres. So that kind of gives you the flow. As most things in Austin, the closer you get to downtown, the more pricey it is. And that's just because people love that downtown walkability here. If you look at these main north and south streets, we're gonna be talking about them a little bit today. This one right here on the east side is Congress Avenue. This one kind of right in the middle, that's First Street. And this one over here on the left side, on the west side, that's Lamar. Those are the three main arteries that go north and south through South Austin. This area over here on South Congress is lovingly referred to as SoCo. Super popular for shopping, restaurants, just that cool Austin vibe. South First Street right here, restaurants and a little bit more residences on First Street. And then Lamar, once again, restaurants, shopping all the way down. All right, so let's get started into our pros and cons. Is South Austin hot or not? All right, is South Austin hot or not? I'm gonna leave it up to you, but here is our first pro of the day. It's just a cultural oasis. There are people from all over the world living there and all forms of professions as well. You've got little houses next to big houses, you've got large lots next to little lots, you've got a thriving art scene there, you've got the Zach Scott Theater in the south part of Austin, you've got the music festivals, the outdoor festivals at Auditorium Shores and at Zilker Park. And you've just got this kind of open-mindedness, that kind of just this laid-back, open-minded vibe that goes in South Austin. So that's the first pro of living down there. The second pro kind of goes hand in hand with our cultural oasis, is just that laid-back vibe. It's just kind of more easygoing, a little bit more slower pace than the rest of Austin. There's a little bit more casual of a dress code, a little bit, less rigid on societal norms, and there's a big emphasis on a connection to nature. There's also, and this might go in the cultural part too, more people kind of tend to lean towards the mom and pop restaurants and shops there, that they're very much less likely to have big box stores. So the mom and pop shops are really highlighted in South Austin. The third pro, it's an outdoor paradise. You have the Barton Creek Greenbelt, which is 10 miles of hiking trail with rock climbing walls on either side. You have Zilker Park, you have Auditorium Shores, you have the South Austin Rec Center, you have Stacy Park. It's just an outdoor vibe. Everyone walks their dogs everywhere, everyone walks everywhere. The coffee shops, restaurant, the walkability, that is one of the main reasons why people live in South Austin. And that leads us to our next pro, which is the walkability. It's like you're just living in the middle of the entertainment district, but not like living downtown. It's a totally different vibe. This is more laid back and just more restaurants and coffee shops, not so many like late night bars. So people really enjoy that, kind of walking over to SoCo, walking to the coffee shop. And, there are some late night places, but they're kind of fewer and farther between down on the south side. Next pro is it's a foodie haven. I mean, there are all types of really good restaurants on the south side. Some of my favorites are Matt's El Rancho. It's been around 71 years, y'all. I thought it was a big deal that it was around when I was in college and still here, and I just learned it's been around 71 years. It's good. Get the Bob queso. You won't regret it. Polvo's, another Mexican food restaurant, best margaritas in town, in my opinion. You have Uchi. Uchi is a well-known sushi restaurant. It is absolutely to die for. You have Vespaio on SoCo. It is an upscale Italian restaurant that is just delish. And then you have Terry Black's Barbecue down by Auditorium Shores area off Barton Springs, and I can vouch, it's one of the best barbecue places in town. Now, I'm born and raised Texan, so I can comment on barbecue, and I give it 5 out of 5 stars, especially for city barbecue. In addition, there are food trailers. It's a food trailer mecca. It's super fun. There's little pockets of food trailers all over South Austin. So if you can't decide what you want to eat at any particular time, you just go to the food park, and one person might go over there and get tacos, and someone might go over there and get shawarma, and somebody might go over there and get barbecue. So it's very well known for its food truck vibe too. And the last pro about South Austin, I mean, this is Austin in general. We're considered the live music capital of the world, but a lot of that happens in South Austin. And there are two places that have just made South Austin just the live music place to be known for. And the first is the Continental Club. It's been around since 1955, and it has hosted tons of superstars. My most recent one that I've seen there is Gary Clark Jr. He started there, or he kind of made his way there. He's way beyond Continental Club now, but he does come back and play there. That's the beauty of Austin. All the famous people come back, and they still play in these little places like Continental Club, or the next one I'm going to talk about, the Saxon Pub. It's been around since the 1990, and it's this small little place. So if you get in while somebody good is playing, which is almost every day, you're just right there on top of the band. It is so much fun to just be close, a little bit of dance floor room, tables everywhere, there's service inside, it's dark, dingy, and absolutely perfect for live music. All right, well, not every place can be perfect, though I've been boasting of it so far. We're gonna have to check out what's not so hot about South Austin. And the first thing that is not so hot about living in South Austin, the biggest con, is traffic. On those streets I was telling you about, the North and South Congress, First Street, and Lamar, those can get pretty jammed up during traffic time because people try to use those streets to go north and south and avoid the big Interstate I-35 and MoPac. So if you've got to take kids to school or commute to downtown or commute to work at all, just be ready for the traffic to be pretty bad during the high traffic times of day, or I should say rush hour. The second con in South Austin is that it actually can feel a little bit congested. And part of the reason why is because not all the homes in South Austin have garages. Some of them are just little bungalows and never started with a garage. And other ones are new construction where they, maybe only built one carport because they were working with impervious cover rules and things like that. So you're gonna have cars parked on the street on all of South Austin. And the closer you get to those main roads like SoCo, Lamar, and South First, you get that spillover from the commercial areas. So you have like people coming to the entertainment parking in your neighborhood. So much so that some of the neighborhoods have gotten permit parking for the owners. So just know that you're never going to drive down a South Austin street and have no cars on the drive, have everyone pulled in neatly to their garage. It just doesn't happen. You're gonna see a lot of street parking, and sometimes that just feels a little bit congested. And the last con about living in South Austin is it's expensive. I mean, I went over the average clothes prices at the beginning of the video, and the lowest part, the southern part of South Austin, is $1,100,000 on average. You can get in at, $500,000 to $600,000, but it's going to be really small and really old to get in that low. Now you might be able to find a condo, like a little very small condo that you can get in, but if you're looking for a house, it's going to cost you, and on average, somewhere over $1 million to get in on South Austin. So you tell me, do you think South Austin is hot or not? In the hot, we've got great cultural outdoors, theaters, parks, walkability, restaurants, music. In the not so hot, it's busy, it's a little bit congested, and kind of expensive. I think South Austin is hot. I think it's a cool spot to live. It's got a great laid-back vibe. If the vibe matches yours and you want to check it out in further detail or see something in person, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're always available to help you find that perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Until next time, I hope to see you around town.